What's up, YouTube? PBD here. We recently got asked another question from a friend of ours, and that question is, why don't guys listen during an argue between him and his girlfriend?
To put it simply, we get mad and then we get stupid. Because, for one, guys, just like girls, we don't want to be fighting.
Yeah.
Nobody
wants to fight.
Nobody in a relationship thinks, man, you know what? I hope we get in a fight today. I really do. That's what my opinion is.
Yeah.
Is another argument.
Exactly. Especially not right away. I mean, you'll have some guys that are crazy, like, dude, I can't wait to fight with her, and then she'll just leave me alone for the day. Like, but obviously, you should not be in a relationship with that guy because
if there's something like that going on, then
it's you just
But and I mean, just that's all there is to it. I mean, for one, as soon as an argument starts, there's just like that little feeling that, you know, like, okay, it's on,
exactly.
and that just like starts the process, and then somebody says something stupid, and then it just kind of snowball, and the more heated it gets, the stupider we get. We just stop thinking.
And that's when you bring up like some deep, dark secret kind of thing, you know, to where it's like you only told that person that, and then they like turn it back on you, you know?
Yeah, like some guys like to pretend like we don't hold on to shit. There's
some
shit
no,
that we hold on
no.
to.
I'm telling you now, guys. Girls like to think like, oh, he doesn't listen to me ever, but no, that one thing, we will use that as ammo in an argument. So be careful what you will say, because honestly, like, you would think that we weren't listening to you whatsoever, and then you'll be surprised when we use it as ammo to help us win.
Just
you'd be like, you'd be like, wait a minute, like, what? He heard what I said? Like, yeah, I was storing it, like, waiting for this moment. So
we like to create the illusion that you think we're stupid.
Yeah.
So we can just like blindside you like even more.
And also, honestly, like, a lot of guys, not me per se, because I like to talk things out. You know, a lot of guys like to ignore things. But bro, you don't like talking. You don't like talking, bro. Okay. But a lot of guys like to ignore problems, you know, and just like, oh, my girl's, you know, being, you know what, today I'm gonna just chill out and, you know, and just ignore her, let her do her own thing, let her complain, let her talk, instead of just being like, you know, like, what's the problem? You know, like, sitting down at the table and just being like, okay, babe, like, what's your problem? Okay, I get that you feel that way. Well, this is why I do this, and I do this because you do this, you know. Like adults, you know, that's how I feel like adults should do things, like work it out. But obviously, it never goes that way, because it's like, Tyrone, you always, you know, effing around with other girls, and you're like, well, I seen you giving head the other day, and she was like, nigga, that was you.
You're out getting jury curls when I'm ready. But, I mean, if you want to put the most effort into handling something that is fight potential, you got to put it in the approach.
Exactly.
Because the way you approach something is honestly the biggest friggin' thing. Like, that should be 90% about when you think about an argument. Because you go up to someone and be like, man, I heard you fucking my bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then right there you got a problem, like, automatically.
It's gonna be heated, but you know what? If you come up and just be like,
hey man,
are you talking to my girlfriend?
No, bro.
Okay.
Alright. Best friends, right there. You know, but of course, if you come, like he just said, if you come like that, you can be like, nah, man, it wasn't even like that. Like, you know, the next thing you know, they're fighting over something that really didn't even happen, just because the guy got pissed off the way that he came at him. Yeah. You know, so.
And I mean, that's with two guys, but the same thing applies, like, between, like, a couple fighting.
Because, like, if you come, like, exactly, like, if your girlfriend comes up to you, and then she's like, you know, like, comes at you all pissed off and all mad, you know, treating you like you're stupid. And guys, we hate to be talked down to. Like, everyone hates to be talked down to, but as men, we hate that like, on a different level. So, especially if you come to us, like, even if it wasn't nothing to really fight over, you got our attention now if you're coming at us like that. So,
if you're going to treat us like we're dumb and stupid, we're going to get real dumb.
Yeah, we're going to get real dumb and stupid. So, yeah, I mean, it's all about the delivery, and it's all about, you know, it's all about respect. Yeah,
you just kind of got to... You kind of gotta, like, take yourself away from the situation and come in like
a third person perspective.
Yeah, like a third person, and just come in, because, you know, it's gonna be friggin' hard.
Yeah, no matter
especially if it's like some deep seated ass shit that you've been holding on for a long ass time. But you gotta realize, if you can't, you know, just separate yourself and do it for the betterment,
it's not gonna get any better.
It's not gonna get any better. I can tell you right now, every fight that, I mean, neither of us have.
It just
the approach was the main thing.
the main cause of making the fight worse was just the approach by itself.
Not that every fight we've had has gone like straight to a shit.
Exactly. You know, it's just, but obviously, you know, just like girls, you know, guys, everybody has the tendency to get overly heated without really taking a step back and really thinking about, okay, maybe it wasn't meant this way, or, you know, getting overly defensive, or whatever the case. If you really care about the person, you need to come, you know, to them. And the worst thing is that when people try to hold on to a problem, you know, thinking that it's going to get better over time, and thinking that, oh, maybe if I don't bring it up, you know, it might fix itself, you know.
Yeah, like honestly, 9 times out of 10,
that's not gonna happen.
If you have to think, it's gonna get better over time.
It's not gonna.
It's not gonna. You either know it is, or you think.
Yeah.
And if you think it ain't gonna get better.
Yeah. So if you guys out there are ever having a problem, you know, whatever it is, if your girlfriend's not making food right, if your boyfriend's not showering regularly, if the house is dirty, is not being taken care of between the two, there's no compromise on chores, whatever the problem is, if you guys don't come to each other immediately as soon as you're having that problem, instead of thinking, oh, maybe I'm gonna wait a couple weeks and see if it fixes itself, then that problem is always going to be there, and that's going to cause more bitterness and resentment towards that other person, because you're going to be expecting them to change, you know, and they're never going to change without you at least bringing it to their attention, because maybe they were raised that way, or they've just been doing it that way, and they think you like that now, you know, and maybe you don't like that, so you have to bring it up to them.
Yeah, and I mean, just sometimes we won't understand how you girls think.
Definitely.
So I mean, sometimes you just have to explain, like, why you're mad, this and that. You just have to explain it as simply as you can and try and connect the dots for us, because I mean, like, sometimes you won't understand what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, and then.
But the main thing is just don't talk down, like, don't talk down like a little freaking kid, because then.
Yeah, guys too. It's for guys too. Like, guys, don't talk down to your girl like she doesn't have any common sense, and girls don't talk down to your guy like he doesn't mean anything. Yeah. You know, and that'll save everybody some time and hopefully get some relationships going the right way. So once again, this is PVD out to you guys. Being ready is real. I don't know about you. She just wanna smoke and fuck. I said, girl.